Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Where last we left off, our party had found themselves to the Vats, which is the lowest tier of the city of Runalorm, major city in the Dawnvale, the jagged peaks of the Dawnvale. You guys made your way to a place called Wolfric's, where you were greeted by the sight of a small figure hunched over what appeared to be some kind of arcane device, some kind of arcane mechanical device that he was creating. It seemed to be relatively volatile, exploding in different points, fizzing, popping. The entire place seems alive with arcane energy in the space that you guys are in. What would you guys like to do? He, for now, has his back to you.
I want to say hi to this guy. He seems really chill.
Do it.
Who's like at the front? Right.
You are.
No, why not? Gilbert is.
Oh, true.
You walked in first.
Followed.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of just like, I'm like kind of not looking where I'm going, so I suppose I just kind of...
Walk into him.
Well, he's on a raised podium
Yeah.
in the center.
Oh, okay.
So,
behind a barred gate.
yeah, there's railings.
I guess I just kind of walk head first into the railing. I don't know. Make a loud noise as I hit it.
Okay, as you walk headfirst into the railing, it's not... This is different to the railings that you yourself have seen throughout the rest of Runalorm. They don't appear to be the same size. They appear to be for much smaller people.
Like Kruger height?
A little bit, yeah, like Kruger height. Actually, you're 2'6", Kruger?
Yeah, 2'6".
Yeah.
So it's almost
A little
my
bit.
height.
It's taller than you.
Yeah.
But it's by nowhere near, like, it would be ineffectual on someone like Abelard, for example.
Yeah.
Like, it's around that sort of...
Like a hurdle, almost.
It's like a
Yeah.
tripping hazard.
So you can walk into one of the posts, not the top
Sure,
railing.
Well, it's just by total chance I walk into
As
something.
you walk in, you thunk your head on it and you do the ding,
Ow!
kind of reverberates in the space.
Nice one.
I
You
look
watch
up
as
and-
a gnomish figure turns around towards you. You can see like a wild mass of kind of frizzy in some aspects, sticking up in others, almost like a really choppy, like it's been singed a couple of times, white, like frizz of hair on top of his head. He's got like ash and like scorch marks. Hello, horse. Hello. He's got like ash and scorch marks across the face, only broken up by what appear to be 2 goggle marks that he's kind of pushed up onto the top of his head. Seems very small and slight, dexterous, has in his hand what appears to be a vial in one hand and some sort of tweezers or like a some sort of pincer device in the other.
Does he
Yeah,
look
hello, come in.
I love him already.
Anyway.
I'm scared now. I'm like,
James was bang on with Wolfric being like some crazy German scientist.
That's
I-
awesome.
I'm psyched
I
for
couldn't
today.
give it away.
Hello?
Come in. I cannot hear you. My hearing is gone. Please, come in.
Are
Speak up.
Are you okay? I'm like assuming I'm right up near him now.
I
What
assume
close?
so. You're about
On
a
the
meter
railing?
away from him, but he's like
Yeah.
very rapidly descending the stairs with like tick, 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 as he heads down towards you.
I will back away very quickly.
He kind of puts his hands on the railing, and it's perfect the height for him. It's just a little bit lower than his kind of shoulder mark. He kind of dunks it on his hands on the railing, kind of leans towards you. Just a moment, please. My hearing is gone. Just wait. He kind of stops, looks over you all. Please, go ahead. Please, what can I help you with?
Wait, you can hear now? It's like, well...
Not ringing in my ears.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Are you alright?
Absolutely fine. This is part of experimentation.
What are you working on there?
This is a device that goes bang.
We could hear the bang.
It was really loud.
Yeah.
Yes, my understanding is that this particular device will be for some sort of, say, if you want to throw it at someone that you don't want to see anymore.
A grenade?
Like a smoke grenade? Or smoke?
Well, no,
I
the
don't think
effect
that's
is
a
more
smoke
on
grenade.
the individual.
What?
They will not be seeing you.
Does it make them blind or something?
Absolutely.
Blind.
Oh,
Oh,
that
like
is
a-
my hope anyway.
Like a
Permanent
flashbang? Like, are we
blindness?
talking about flashbang kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. I thought he meant like eviscerate them, and you would never.
That's what I thought too.
Banish them to hell.
I
It's
was
just-
like,
You said that to it?
Evisceration
yeah, I
bomb.
genuinely thought you meant completely.
You will never see them
No,
again.
I have other things to do that, but they are a little bit more pricey and they take a little bit more time to make. This is a commission for a very good customer of mine.
Who is it?
And you can take
I am
a few
not
of
at
these.
liberty to say who my customers are.
mean,
Naughty, how
I
dare
think
you?
A-Man needs a few of these bombs.
A9 looks like, fascinated with this device. How does it work?
As you ask that, his eyes kind of light up and turn towards you. An Arkanoid in the flesh. Well, I suppose not in the flesh, in the metal. Come here closer. I wish to see you.
I cautiously inch forwards.
It looks like he's like a kid that's unwrapped a gift on Christmas morning. This dude could not be any more excited. It is the first time I have seen an Arkanoid such as you. I mean, we have plenty here, of course, and obviously where I come from, but I have not seen one that is as advanced as you. Do you mind if I inspect your enchantment?
Sh-
That's
Sorry.
an intimate question.
Pause is out of character. I'm just thinking. Yeah, it does seem a little bit. I don't know. Is this something I should be cautious about?
People investigating your enchantment.
Yeah.
People touching you.
Pop
Is
your,
that like-
pop
is
your
that like
back and
someone
let me
with-
see the
You
goods.
can ask him some more questions about what he wants to do.
What exactly are you looking to find?
Well, see, the Arkanoids that I typically deal with, they will usually have some sort of enchantment in their mind, so I would just need to look into your eyes for a moment.
I don't believe the enchantment's in my mind at all. And I'll turn around to expose my big, my back, back hole.
Big
Oh,
back
wait.
hole. No, not the back hole.
To be clear, there is a panel over you. It's not just like an exposed cavity in your back.
The back hole.
The back hole.
I'll stop.
He kind of moves a little bit. He like ducks under the railing. Interesting. So your head is surprisingly empty.
I wouldn't quite put it like that, but
So you have
suppose
things in your mind,
I mean,
but no enchantment. Interesting. You have a brain.
I no
You
surprisingly
are not
little
some
about-
sort of
I know,
cyborg.
surprisingly little.
Chicken brains are in their neck.
Thanks.
Are they? Or are you
I-
bullshitting? Is
No,
that
no.
real?
Oh,
The headless chook that survived. Anyway, but so it's not weird. You could still have a brain if your head's empty.
No, I don't. No, I mean I don't have a brain in the literal sense, but
Whirring gears and the sort?
I'm not too sure about the exact mechanisms of my operation.
Let's cut him off.
Interesting. You don't know anything about yourself at all?
I mean, my knowledge is limited to some. I have a core in my back that has been enchanted to give me thought and free will, but
So you are the prototype Arkanoid type, you think? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, no, I mean,
You must be
Yes,
very,
no,
very
maybe.
old. I do not get the pleasure of seeing such interesting customers, really. And honestly, I have never seen an Arkanoid this advanced in my time. You come from the possession of metal, you assume?
give me a second to think about my lore.
What do you do from memory?
I think I do.
Yeah.
Possession of metal.
Could you confirm or deny that? Because the internet's a little
Yeah.
troublesome.
Possession of metal is generally when you think you were created. The possession of metal was a period in Cathora's history in which there was a boom, so to speak, in terms of how many people were able to create advanced mechanics and things like that, and it seemed to be a real focus to create these Arkanoids. And so that's typically where they're first thought to have been created. But the procession of metal is not... It's kind of considered a long-forgotten... Arkanoids from that time are considered relics because majority of the civilizations that were prominent in creating Arkanoids during that time have been sundered.
Well, I mean, it's quite a long story. I'm not exactly how it unfolded, but
Interesting.
my memory of the past is still hazy. But I believe I was recovered by a member of the Grimoisian Legion, and they somehow brought me back
Nasty
to
bastard, sir! Do not think that I am in the presence of Grimoisian Legion people.
No, we
but
hate those guys.
if I am, well, perfect. I was going to say if I am, I'm not too scared to say that I don't like you.
I'm not there.
Yes, they didn't let me go very easily. It took
No, I'm
some
sure they
convincing.
would not. They typically like to hang on to what they consider is theirs. Whether you think that is a good thing or not, that is up to you, of course.
Technically, you're still just on loan, aren't you?
We're loaning out A9.
The ethics of people wanting other sentient beings to be property, that is kind of interesting, is it not?
We hate the Grimoire.
What, do you believe in my sentience?
Absolutely, do you not?
Well, I mean, it's not exactly a universally accepted fact.
This is true, but I am not exactly universally accepted myself.
Oh. Us two?
Hmm?
Us two?
Yeah, I suppose.
I don't think. a
Well,
lot of
most people are
like
not
us at
liked by
all.
everyone, are they not?
Oh. Yeah.
Are you not universally accepted?
I don't think I am.
Amongst this party, I think that's a contended point. Anywho, that's not what I meant. We're on different wavelengths.
Well, I apologize. I'm open
Are
to
you?
different wavelengths. Do you?
That's a pretty similar. We're all like kind of socially rejected for different reasons.
Speak for
Holly.
yourself. I am.
Except for maybe.
Except for Val and Avalon, maybe.
He's an archaeologist. That's
He's into bones.
Lots of... Sorry, you may have mentioned this a few moments ago, but lots of the Arkanoids that are around today are very purpose-built, right?
Yes.
Like they harvest apples, or they dig
Yeah.
holes, or...
In Wyladium in particular, yes. Maybe not in other parts of the world, but most of the Arkanoids here are not thought to have sentience because they are specifically built to, like, harvest fruit, for example, or to fulfill a kind of one kind of job in particular. There are, of course, some that are more complicated, and it's not exactly... It's rare to see them. It's not exactly common to just be walking around and to see an Arkanoid that has sentience like you do.
What were we talking about?
You were talking
Sentience.
about whether he believed in your sentience
Oh,
or
right.
not.
And whether we're all socially accepted.
So what can I help you with? Do you need something that goes bang?
Oh, we're just,
I have plenty of these.
we're just in here because our friend told us to come inside.
Also, you don't want to peruse my wares? I have plenty.
I am fascinated by your wares.
I mean,
especially-
I am
It's really
fascinated
cool.
by all of you. I have not seen this kind of outfit before. It is very fascinating. Where exactly do you come from?
I come from Dorothea.
The other plane? Interesting customers indeed. Can I interest you in a flashbang?
Honestly,
Flashbang.
I mean,
Who's gonna be the holder of flashbang?
I mean,
Well, if you don't want a flashbang, I have
You have
plenty of other
catapulting.
things. I have these bottle
Yeah,
rockets
yeah.
that you want to fire at someone. If you want to make a distraction, I have plenty of things that can do that.
I mean, a non-lethal method of escaping trouble could be
I think we
useful.
give grenades to the A9 because A9 has catapult. just cause havoc.
You do like 3d6 damage and you hit them in the head with it, and
Yeah,
then you
And
flashbang
then
them.
flashbang them.
Damage and then explosion.
Hey, what else is catapult used for if you're not gonna throw a grenade? You know?
3d8 bludgeoning damage.
That's
It's just like a
crazy.
gun shows a flashback embeds in their skull and blinds their friends.
Catapult only has a range of like 20 meters.
Hey,
Like you can probably throw it.
It says it's
further.
got 60 feet.
Yeah, but it's catapult. You don't get damage when you just throw things.
Yeah, you do.
Do you?
There's an actual damage to the spell.
But it would it be?
3 meters.
Because that's a fun like a rock.
Yeah, no.
or
But
a-
if you just threw it instead of catapult.
Oh, if you just threw it, then no.
So, what can I help you with? Would you like any weaponry? I have plenty of weaponry, but a lot of them are kind of whirring things that go and make lots of different noises. Or
Nothing
I
made
have
of
things
wood?
that will, what?
Nothing made of wood.
No, you are in a place of metal, but I have something of wood.
Do you
I
I
have
was just
chairs.
wondering.
And he kind of turns and points to like some random wooden chairs around his place. I have chairs. Are you in the business of buying
just-
furniture?
I just hold up my staff and I'm like, no.
Fascinating. Seems that you already have an enchantment on this.
Yeah.
He
And
kind
then
of
I light
drops
it on,
the
I light
goggles
it on
down.
fire and hold it out.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that's what I said when I got it.
He leans a little bit closer. So you have some kind of fire enchantment?
Do I know what this thing is called? I did a history check on it when I got it, didn't I? I'm pretty sure, and I had read
I'm
about it.
afraid I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Because I've got a description of it, but I don't know if Dilbert knows what it is. Personally, because I've got it,
I'm not too sure.
but it is, from what I've got here, it is a famous staff called the Drake's Tail.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I-
Would Wolfric know what it is?
Maybe we can see. Do you present it to him?
Yeah, and I presented.
He picks it up. This is not exactly my specialty, but this seems like a staff.
Yeah, it is.
Observe
Do you
it.
mind if I... And kind of gestures to smacking it.
Sure, you can hit A9 if you want.
No, why would I abuse my customers in this way? Do you think they would come back? I only intend to scare them and maybe lose their hearing sometimes.
So yeah, it's scary A9.
Oh, I'm sad I'm not in this store.
He kind of smacks he doesn't smack it against you, he smacks it against the railing.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
And like elements of it light up, the enchantment kind of along the actual shaft of the staff seems to light up with that arcane energy. Fascinating. So this is deals extra fire damage when you strike it. It looks to be dwarven in make, perhaps.
I didn't know that.
Makes sense.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
I think,
Dilbert just thinks everything is.
from what I can tell, it also has motifs from a place in Lundosa.
Would you know what that place is?
That's very original.
He kind of frowns for a second, studies it again.
Just as a lead to know where to go looking next, potentially.
Give me a moment. I will actually.
Stuff.
I'll see how much he knows. Go back.
That's fair. I know Lundosa is like kind of fucked right now. but-
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh, it's okay
potentially
now.
a lead for future Dilbert adventures.
Let me see how much of this he would know.
Dilbert.
That
has a
we-
crazy- Yeah, Dilbert the Dodo has a weird staff. That's on fire.
A very weird stuff.
Is there a window that looks
At present.
that looks into the shop?
Yeah, there are 2 bay windows on the
Okay,
face,
I'm-
and they're actually open.
I'm looking into the window while all of this is happening.
Sure.
While I'm waiting.
You can hear the faint sounds of like excited, muffled shouts of this gnomish figure.
Oh man.
And you can hear the faint kind of like bangs and
Mm.
things that were occurring before.
Man, this sucks. Sit and wait.
Well, from what I can tell, it looks as if it is from the Krakosh monastery, but that is as much as I can tell you.
In Lundosa?
Yes, it certainly seems so. But I suppose Krakosh is actually a little bit further away, but you know, it is around the Lundosa region. Typically, that is the nearest city.
Cool. I'm gonna take note of that. What was that? the monastery called?
Krakosh Monastery. Krakosh.
Yep.
You got that
I
right?
got it. I got it right
Wait.
too.
K. Wait, let me read it.
Krakosh.
Ulfric,
Thank you.
Yes,
you're not loved by all. And
I don't suppose so.
I have a knife that I was wondering if you could look at for me.
A knife.
A knife.
Is that enchanted?
Well, enchanting. Just have a look.
Absolutely.
Fish into my belt and present the knife. And I'd like to roll insight on any initial reactions to
Sure.
it. That is a 17, I believe, if I got a +4. Yeah, 17.
Ooh. I'll text you.
Ooh. That's
Nice.
like Critical Role's whisper. I'll text you. Ooh. That's cool. That's cool.
Dilbert presented his.
So cool, man.
That's cool. Ooh, shit's happening, guys.
Wow.
This is some weapon analysis. Weapon analysis moment.
Weapon analysis.
Holding out in front of him, and he's like, goggles. Enhance image goggles.
Yeah, he has kind of spectacles that kind of click in place. Like a. Did we find it like a loop? Was what it was called?
No.
For jewelers, lupe?
The thing.
Lupe!
Yeah.
The jeweler's magnifying goggles that kind of
Nice.
click into place as he presses like different levers. They change like the different focus of the magnifying lenses.
It's gonna fuck up your eyes after a while.
He's a pretty fucked up guy. He takes it from you, and you can see June a kind of tightening at the corner of his eye. As he looks over the shape. Yes, not exactly an enchanted knife, so to speak, in the sense that it would do you damage, but I would be careful where you store this, perhaps. If you are being chased in some way, perhaps certain action with this knife could indicate your position to the creator.
Is that said aloud?
Yeah.
Wow, June's blinking pretty a lot.
Was that? I just missed it.
Pretty a lot.
Yeah, pretty a lot.
Pretty a
Like,
lot.
pretty a lot, dude.
Pretty a lot,
It
bro.
is.
Then I can modify the what?
There's a part of me that wants to give this dude my
Ha!
old stuff. What's this?
I'd love to talk about this
No.
with
What
you
that just
later.
happened there? I'm
Of course, I am always here.
Who is
Well,
God
during
damn.
my hours, of course.
who is the creator of this knife?
I cannot ascertain that specifically.
That's my private business, thank you.
Right inside that.
Sure.
It is my private
Are you
business.
inciting Wolfric?
No, I'm inciting June to see like the kind of vibe for what he means by private business.
Okay.
Because there's like private business as in like this is a personal thing, or this is something I really don't want to talk about because I don't trust you. Private business.
I feel like it's probably the latter, given he doesn't want to talk about it.
Well, that's a 6, so I don't fucking know.
Okay. I can tell you if you'd like, because it's not hidden.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to forgo the roll, or would you like to stick with the roll for roleplay?
The roll for roleplay?
Okay. Then you don't know.
So, can I interest you in explosives of any kind?
What kind of wares do we see around the shop?
Roll a perception check.
What grade of explosives are we talking about?
Does this guy have the
Atomic?
good shit?
Atomic levels?
What was it?
9.
9.
Plus 0.
There is so much to look at here that it's
Overwhelming.
difficult to ascertain specifically what you're looking at beyond like the weapons that you might have or beyond like what he's pointed out to you as being explosive devices or in fact the bottle rocket type of things that you can see and that you now recognize were whizzing past you out the window.
Does anything catch my eye?
A lot of stuff catches your eye with a 9, unfortunately.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah.
It's pretty cringe.
Is there anything especially fiery? Like Like something
This
that looks
dude
like it
deals
would.
in explosives.
Yeah,
so you
but,
might
like-
need to be a little bit more specific.
Like, not. I suppose like flamethrowery.
Roll a perception check.
You could also ask him.
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna look first.
Yeah, fair enough. That's
Flame
3.
You don't see anything that looks like a flamethrower, but you do see flames still emanating from behind him from what he was just working on.
Do you
They're
deal with
like-
fire a lot?
Absolutely, it is kind of a specialty of mine. People are worried that I will burn the place down, but I don't have that much wood in here.
Fire's fine. You just deal with it.
Something
if
in
it's
particular
there.
that I can do for you, or
I mean, like-
want to have made, or something?
These flashbangs they interest me because of their non-lethal functionality, but you
I
also
can make
have.
some lethal if you like.
I do not need them to be lethal.
That-
Not-
You don't want them to be
That's
lethal.
cool.
No.
In fact, it might even
Well,
be
that
more
is
useful
Wait,
if
a
it's
does
not.
little bit disappointing.
Mechanically-
I'm not going to lie.
Mechanically, does it stun them?
Mechanically, it blinds them.
Blinds them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then also, do you have any things that would say emit like a smoke or something to cover, say, a retreat or
Absolutely, it
something?
is not as exciting as blinding your enemy, but I definitely have smoke.
I think a mix of both could be an interesting combination.
Absolutely. How many would you like? Would you like more of the flashbangs? They are a little bit untested sometimes, a little bit volatile, but smoke screens and things like that, I have plenty of them.
As
When-
these
Also, when you say volatile, do you mean they could explode when we don't want them to?
Not necessarily. They are just. Sometimes they also cause a bit of deafness.
And is the blindness temporary or permanent?
It is temporary. I'm not so
you make
evil
it
that I
permanent?
would blind
that would be a
someone for
war
life.
crime.
Could you make it permanent?
Oh, there are plenty of ways to make it permanent, but I am not in the business of doing
What
that.
if you
of
put
course.
like little bits of glass inside the
Gilbert.
glass?
Well, that is what I mean by lethal. If you want to permanently blind someone, you can make it lethal and then it will...
Blind, maim, kill. It's all the same.
Hey, quick question, what the fuck?
Everyone makes noises. I just made.
Gilbert goes back to totally being nonchalant about everything. He was nonchalant.
So
about it.
Ben's
Head pats.
Maim?
Yeah.
M-A-I-M.
Ben's slightly racist.
Dilbert's
Dilbert's
a fucking
ableist.
serial
Dilbert's a
killer.
war criminal.
We knew that already.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down as a quote.
Find,
maim, kill, it's all the same.
As of another question, these devices, are they single use or?
Yes, single use, so as soon as you throw them at the enemy or at the floor if you want, they do have an area of effect. It is relatively small, but it will affect a creature in the vicinity.
What's the price range of something like this?
It kind of depends on how many you are looking for. Obviously, I do discount for people that have, repeat customers. I have to keep people coming back. I don't get a lot of people walking through my doors. But I would say probably about 75 for one of the flashbangs and probably closer to 50 for the smoke grenades, and that would be 3 of them.
I will look at the coin badge, and then I'll try last for a second, and then who's in the shop with me?
Everyone but me.
Wait.
I
have something else to show. You go.
I will create a psychic link with. I'm not going to Dilbert. Well, Avalon is thinking who would I discuss this with without saying it publicly?
Oh, Dilbert's not gonna do
Dilbert's
it.
who just said?
Well, yeah.
Dilbert's not a snitch.
The choice has already been made.
I'm gonna.
You snitched on me
Telepathically.
I didn't snitch anything. I said
Alright,
a vague comment.
I'm gonna create a telepathic link with June.
Okay.
And I'll be just so these could be useful if we decide to do the prison break stuff.
This is true.
True. These could be very useful for non-lethally taking out the guards.
Flashbangs would. Sorry, no, I don't hear this.
Flashbangs are loud.
This could be useful if we need something to make a quick getaway, or if we need to quickly get to a room, or.
That's very smart.
Sure.
So, do you think it's worthwhile investment to say do this?
He's obviously an expert of some kind, so he has ability beyond what we could fashion ourselves, because smoke is a easy enough thing to come by with the right set of materials. Maybe our smoke bombs would be a little bit larger than his, but I think we could, unless you want the flashbang, I think the smoke we could cover ourselves.
I think the flashbang could just be useful in case of an emergency. It seems like a much more a faster way of getting away, or if say there is something in front of us that we want to get past. The smoke is good at hiding our retreat, but the flashbang is good, say, if we needed to get through somewhere and we do not want to if we say raise an alarm or something. It could be good to say we need to get through this room and there is guards in there, we blind them and run.
Why are you telling me this?
I
Do you
wish
have a-
to confer with at least someone before, and you seem somewhat versed in, shall we say, underground activities?
Money. How much money do we have?
We have enough where we might have to stay at a lower quality place.
Can you give me a number?
We have 156.
And it would be 75 of that for a flashbang.
It'd be 125 if you were to get both.
I think
I got money.
Gold.
Yes.
this guy
What?
is a arcane user of some sort. I think if you can swing him to buy something reusable, I think getting 3 uses out of this small it sounds cool, and it is cool, but so many of us can already recreate these effects in similar fashions that if we had something reusable, it would at least give more value to this most of our money that we'd be pretty much throwing away. Literally.
Mm.
Does this guy have a really bright
That is-
flashlight?
We walk up in front of a guard and just...
No, stop!
Can Abelard learn the spell blindness?
My
and
weakness.
deafness, or no?
I believe Abelard can learn it, but the thing is that only affects one creature, right?
Unless you upcast it.
What level is it?
Like
Does he
the
have a
second.
torch?
Yeah.
Would he
It's
have
level
like a
2.
torch like
You could blind 2 people.
Maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, reusable I think is our friend in these times where we're considering tightness of money.
Okay, I think maybe then.
Right,
I
we
mean,
should ask.
can anyone else do the smoke effect? I don't think I can.
I will genuinely just bring out some leaves and we'll set it on fire. Wet leaves will do the job.
I feel like
There are leaves.
that might take a bit more time than just.
My thoughts.
Smoke.
Exactly.
There's no leaves
I'll
around.
ask you. Is there anyone else in the party that has money, to say help us stay the night at places?
I have 3
I don't
gold.
have to afford to stay in a night for a
I
while.
wonder who has money.
Actually no, scratch that.
Stingy.
I have 2 gold. I gave one to the bartender dude.
Why don't we just stay in the vats?
I'm just saying. Well, that's the thing is I'm talking to June. I wrote that. So it's gonna be like A9 June or Nigeria. I talked to him about the prison break stuff. And I was like, all right, I guess I wrote June. I was like, okay. All right.
You want smoked? We can a prison break if you're considering smoke for the prison bake. We're not going to do the prison bake on a spur. Is that the right word?
Sure.
Yeah.
We still need more info on that.
Okay.
So we can prepare for that. The smoke bomb is replicatable, even with the most minor of. We might need to jerry rig something, but we can do it. Reusable. That is my only piece of advice.
I
that
don't.
is-
Maybe you could consult the group.
Well,
Yeah, as you guys are having this conversation, Wolfric is just kind of standing there. So do they do this often? They just kind of intensely stare at each other?
Yeah.
Hey Wolfric,
Yes.
do you have anything more reusable?
I have plenty of things that are reusable. Do you want a sword? This is pretty reusable.
Technically true. Along the similar lines of the smoke bombs and flash grenades. If you could direct us more in that direction.
There's also kind of immediate effects, you know, like when you want to blind someone, get a quick getaway. I do have this, and he kind of heads over to a particular bookcase, and you watch as he holds a hand out, and there's a ladder that's kind of affixed to railing, and it kind of into his hand, and he kind of steps up it, pulls down a small box from on the top of the shelf, and kind of makes his way back down. He pulls out what appears to be a small, almost like a pill shape. It's probably about only that big. Probably about that round. And he twists the top, and immediately a bright light emits into the space.
Good grief. It's a flashlight.
Kind of, not really.
Oh.
If you are to leave this in a particular space for a certain amount of time, and I would say probably it would have to be maybe about a minute or so, then you are able to impose a difficulty on someone's sight. It is not quite blindness, of course, but it will definitely affect any kind of searchings that they might be doing with their eyes. And you can see as he holds it out there, it almost kind of, it's almost like a disco ball in the light that it kind of sprays around the space.
And can it be shut back off again?
And then he opens it again, and then the disco ball's back in the space.
So this one, it takes time to start up, and it's...
Yes, so if you uncap it and throw it in a space, and then you wait about a minute, it will affect somebody's vision. Not quite as effective as their blindness sort of thing, but I could definitely work on something if you wanted something reusable, but of course it would cost you.
How much would it cost us for, say, a more immediate flashbang effect that is reusable?
But also, what's the point of a flashbang?
Yeah, no.
If we're
running
running
away,
away,
Leave it, yeah.
He
Actually, right to
heads back to
Mage handed or
his...
something.
Or just everyone closes their eyes.
And run away.
Maybe,
We have a safe word.
that could be cool. It's like a rope dart for Dilbert. And you can like flick it and blind someone like with a whip.
Well, obviously, I would be making it custom made for you, but what I could do is something similar to this, but have it be a blindness in a radius, if you like. So when they step out of the radius, obviously, they will have their vision back, but when they are in the radius of this reusable flashbang, then that will blind them. I could do that, but it would be pretty costly, I would say. Probably closer to maybe 150 gold pieces. 150 to 200, perhaps. It depends on how long you want the duration to be. If you want an especially long one, perhaps close to a minute, I could do something for 300 to 400 gold pieces.
I messaged Julie again. I'm just like, I mean, this is more expensive, but it is reusable. 150 gold.
All these guys are having that conversation in their head. I show him Norman, the little tiny dragon. The animated
This is
dragon.
wonderful. Do you mind if I hold
Yeah,
it?
yeah, of course. You guys keep talking.
All of the bones break.
Yo, fuck your toy!
He very gently takes it. Norman immediately kind of circles in his hand and then kind of crawls over the back. This is fabulous. What an interesting enchantment. You know, I have seen several of these where I used to come from. I did not realize that they had made their way down here specifically.
I stole it. Or I didn't steal it, but it's not mine.
Where did
It is now, but...
So you have sticky fingers.
It was mine originally. It's okay that he has it.
I mean,
Forward deception.
They gave it to me.
Technically true, but I also stole it before. That is a 15.
Very well.
And technically, they didn't steal it either. It was a bird.
Dilbert.
So I didn't.
Need to roll a deception check. So you did steal it.
Well, I stole it from a bird who stole it from someone else.
Well, as
And then
long
I
as
got it
you,
from
as
them.
long as you keep away from my wares, we won't have any problem.
Oh,
Of course, they
I've
have
never.
certain.
You're dangerous. This was a
I'm
child.
very dangerous.
You guys keep having your mental conversation.
I'm dangerous. This was a
Well,
was a big
some.
Dilbert is morally questioned.
Once again, I didn't steal it. It wasn't me.
I'm
I
sorry.
didn't even ask for it either.
What?
Well, and passes Nom back to you. As long as you don't try and steal anything from my shop, we won't have any issues. Of course, they are all trapped in their own way.
All the bombs are like rigged.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's like one of
if
those
I
ones where
tried-
traps when you pull it off, it pulls the pin out.
I feel like none of us would make it out alive if that happened.
Absolutely not, and that is the way I like it.
I like Wolfric.
I respect a strong security system.
I
Absolutely,
just
you
hold
know-
my hand out for Norman to come back.
But he's already.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you put the flashbang inside of Norman?
That's what I was thinking. Could technically
You want
that
me to
go-
enchant your dragon so that when you throw it, it blinds people.
And then it can return to us
Oh.
flying back.
Well, you know
Also,
the,
you don't want to destroy
you know the
it or
reusable
do
one. You know the reusable flashbang thing.
Yes.
Could you do that, but with
You want
this
me to
tiny
enchant
dragon?
your dragon to be
A
a
reusable
radius
flashbang.
of blindness?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
And how will you
actually-
turn it on and off?
Twist
Never
its
mind,
head.
I'm sure I can.
Yeah.
Next break.
Twist it in 6 seconds.
Like a glow stick, just
Yeah, you push it together.
Yeah, you crack its tail.
You crack it and shake it.
He heads over to a section and you see a small disc that he pulls from a shelf. Something like this I could probably do for the dragon. And you see he presses a button and the space immediately is just rocked by a and there's like a ringing. He kind of hits his ears and then kind of snaps the disc closed. Obviously, it would be for blindness, not deafness. But I could do it all the same, so it has a trigger of a button.
And it would be reusable.
I suppose so. I mean, if you want to throw a dragon at someone, that is a little bit cooler than just a...
That's what I'm saying.
A cylinder.
Wouldn't it be so cool?
I
That's
say
like
just
Dilbert's
for one,
own day.
this is one of your better ideas.
I
Dilbert.
know.
Would the dragon then, still having its old enchantment, be able to come back to me?
Does it already come back to you?
I throw Norman across the room.
Okay.
Can't
Kinda
Norman
falls.
fly? Isn't it enchanted to also
Yeah,
fly
but
around?
you've...
Yeah, I just...
You've like slingshot the dragon across the room.
And then I kind of just go like,
And
Norman!
roll an animal handling check.
Okay. Oh, true.
Is Norman?
I have a
He's
plus
not
2 to
technically an
handling.
animal,
Norman
but
make an attempt to fly when he's thrown, or does he
9.
just?
with a 9, Norman kind of pads closer towards the door at the other side of the room.
Is
Norman sentient?
Like, hello?
Wolfric?
Is Norman King
I go pick, I just walk over to where I dropped it, threw it,
He's kind of...
and go pick him up.
Questions about Norman. I presume you've got some arcane knowledge in relation to it. Hopefully.
Are you asking Wolfric or are you
Yeah,
asking me?
Wolfric. Does Norman can't be blinded, can he?
No, I would say not. I can inspect and spend time with the dragon to ascertain its true nature if you would like me.
Not why don't you give it
Because
back?
it would be a bit of an accident.
I would assume it is an enchanted toy of sorts, yeah?
Yeah.
If
But I
the
would
blindness
assume
radius,
it probably is not...
we don't want that to include Norman.
I assume so.
It's blind. And someone trying to walk around can't see.
I can try to enchant it for you. Obviously, it would
Costs a
probably
lot.
be closer to the 300 gold
Yeah.
mark.
I'm broke.
Well, that's disappointing
I
for you. I'm sorry.
pull out the bull skull that I've been carrying around with me for ages, and I hold it up.
A demon.
The demon skull, and hold it up, and like,
This is hideous.
Why do you keep bringing that up?
do you want it?
Absolutely not. But you know who might? This is individual Ichabod. He kind of deals with weird shit.
Cool.
He's in
Write it
the
down. Write it down.
or I suppose there are several collectors of interesting things like this, but Ichabod specifically works with bones to create them into certain enchantments and things. I think.
Cool.
I missed that. Ooh.
It's Ichabod. His name is Ichabod, and he will maybe buy this weird demon skull that we have.
Someone please take it off us.
I do not. I don't want to carry
I keep
it
forgetting
around
that it's just like
I've just got it with me at all times.
I like look at them and I'm just like, I need you to stop bringing that out in front of people.
Why don't you put it in the bag of holding?
Do we
It's
have
cool.
a bag of
Yeah.
holding?
A9's
And
got
I
a-
like carrying it around. It makes me look
A9's
cool.
got a bag of holding.
Yeah.
No, I
yeah.
carry it on my back like a backpack.
Which, by the way, out of pure curiosity,
Gilbert's
is
carrying
the
it
Zushtar
Cubone
tube still in your bag of holding?
It should be.
That's so dangerous.
Because I kind of forgot that was a thing. I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty important. But anyway,
But we
that's,
can just keep it in that dimension forever. It's fine.
that's true.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just me thinking.
Abelard.
Yeah?
Are you alright not spending money today? Or at least here?
I mean, I reckon we work a bit and then we can come back and get some exciting
There are
toys.
plenty of jobs about the place. Let me know if you're in the business of any interesting. I mean, you look capable individuals. Let me know if you're interested in any obscurities.
Do you have anything that we could do for you in exchange for an item?
Well, see, some of the individuals that I've worked with to do some arcane enchantments are, well, I have a specific request of some of them, and I wanted. How much do you know about fire giants?
Oh, come on. Come on, dog, I'm not there.
Well,
Wait,
look,
the window's open, right?
I don't know a lot,
Okay.
but I have a friend that knows a lot.
Kruger, roll a perception check.
Okay, thank God, thank you very much. But I'm gonna roll.
Is wait,
9.
You don't hear it.
I'm
You're
paying-
too busy looking out.
I'm paying close attention to the front.
Can I yell out for Kruger? Will that affect the perception at all, or not really?
Well, you'd be calling Kruger in, so probably, but
Yeah, but if I would that be included in the perception check that he just
no,
rolled? or
you'd
did-
just be calling.
I'd call Kruger in.
Sure.
Okay. Nothing's happened while I've been outside.
Well,
So
I was going to
far.
get to that in a second. but,
Oh, sorry. Oh,
But if you would like to go in, you can.
it's up to you. It's totally up to you whether you want to.
Well, you don't know
Continue.
that I was going to do anything. so-
Yeah, no, but would Kruger forfeit?
Well,
his
I was
position?
going
But
to
I mean,
say,
like,
while you
it's a
all were
timeline thing.
talking to Wolfric, something was happening with Kruger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
yes.
busy.
Yep.
Occupado.
I just say we have a friend outside. He knows about fire giants, but
You know that fire giants are the Dawn Vale. I told you that.
Well, I would quite like to speak to him then. See, there are certain creatures that become particularly useful for certain arcane enchantments. Of course, fire giants, they're a little bit unpredictable, but essentially, I need a bit of fire from a fire giant's hand.
Oh.
Just the fire. It's nothing too crazy.
From their hut?
From their hand.
How
From
exactly
that
do we hold or contain this fire?
Well, that is up to you, of course. I mean, there are plenty of ways. You could use a specific jar of some sort. You could, I mean,
well,
it depends on if anybody here is fire resistant. You could also trap it of some sort in like
a giant. Trap the giant.
Fire.
No, I am hoping that you will
Oh.
kill the giant to get the hand and the fire.
I don't know if our friend would
Well,
be
you don't have
happy
to
with
necessarily
that.
kill it.
Maybe
I
he's-
just want the fire from the hand.
Could we just pay one to come here and give you fire?
A fire giant? You want a fire giant? A hostile fire giant? to
hostile?
come? Yes, have you? You
He's
people are
from
not
this
from it.
plane.
I'm not from this
Right, right. See, well, the Dawn Vale has been having plenty of issues with these different arcane creatures. If the fire giant is too difficult for you, I have some other options. There are these creatures called mephits. If you are interested in them, I will need some interesting bits and pieces from a mephit. Perhaps some kind of clippings of their nails, if you have any.
Is this dude basically offering like Witcher contracts?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's sick.
Mephits is not a creature we've faced before, or is that the little weird baby things?
We have not faced methods before.
Okay.
No.
We can handle a fire giant though.
I'm sure you can. Well, listen, if you are to do some of these little jobs and things for me, I can give you a significant discount. And in fact, I can enchant some things for you if you want. And it will obviously be way cheaper.
Do you have guns?
I do not, but I have certain connections. If you are in the business for guns, I can contact them. Perhaps they might be able to give me some. You see, I am more of an enchanter, and I deal with odd little bits and bobs. But if you do want a gun, I know plenty of people in Sprockerot who are creating some.
I have heard of this technology, and I don't think I have ever seen it. We are still on
It's
Crossroads.
a handgun.
Just a
That's
just a
quite
really
useful.
modern pistol.
It's a
Glock.
Glock 90.
It's a Glock.
You watch it like there's a goblin coming in, you just put out a deagle and it's like bang!
You just pop him once in the head.
Give me your money!
I think we would be interested in something like that.
Certainly. Well, I can
We
write up
sold
some
guns.
some specific things that I might need. If you are in the business for chasing interesting, I suppose, jobs and little bits and pieces down, I have plenty of people that I work with that would also be interested in your services.
Oh yeah, this is the guy, dude.
This is the guy.
This is the goat.
Wolfric,
Yes.
could I have the contract for that fire giant?
Well, I absolutely. If you would like it, I can go and write one up.
Yeah.
That would be good, thank you.
Very well.
Would you like some help with that?
I'm not writing the contract, Wolfric is.
Wolfgang is,
Connor knows.
Does it matter if
Lachlan
the
also
fire
knows.
giant is a child?
no,
Fire
but
giants.
you don't
I don't know,
typically see the children of fire giants
Damn it.
around these parts. It is much more the crusading warriors that are causing the trouble.
That's sad. It would have made it so much easier. Anyway.
If it was a child,
Well, yeah.
It's like if you can kill a child, you can kill a giant.
well, I can write up some various contracts for you. You can take your pick of the lot if you like. I will definitely get onto the fire giant and things like that. But I'm sure you have noticed I'm a little bit eccentric. So many people do not come to me for things that are usual. I need to be able to satisfy certain clients that I have, and I need some weird things sometimes, and it is difficult to work with suppliers. But
That's a guy who runs the resident store. I think you two would vibe.
yes, that's Ichabod.
What's that about?
Oh,
He didn't want the skull, unfortunately.
did you show this to him?
I think we showed him the
Did
skull.
we
did
I
not.
the
No,
instrument
we
guy?
didn't.
You didn't know. You know that he made something out of bone, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah!
I guess we're going back up to the.
Yes, Ichabod Perrin.
We met him. He's a weird
He sold
dude.
me this lyre. It's lovely.
He is a beautiful craftsman, but he deals in some interesting enchantments on the side.
That doesn't shock me.
You just need to know the right people to speak to. I happen to have a connection to certain interesting individuals.
If we mentioned you to Ichabod, would he be more inclined to offer us his more interesting services?
Well, he would certainly know why you are looking for the services. I cannot say whether or not he would.
Well, he seemed to like us.
Well, there you go then. I would say it depends more on how he felt about you than how he feels about me, but you know.
Wolfric,
Yes,
could I come with you to write this fire giant contract?
I suppose so. You are a legal practitioner of some sort?
No, I have private business to attend to with you.
Very well. Hoping you are not propositioning me. Absolutely. I will write up the fire giant contract for you, and the other contracts I can write up for
I
you.
think that would be good. It could be good just to have them in case we
There
encounter
are
something like a
also,
method or
if you are in the business for, well, you seem like adventurous. If you are in the business for any kind of potions, vials, any kind of enchanted jewelry or things like that. Or you want to do some perhaps less dangerous but still maybe interesting work, I would recommend the Cat's Corner.
Is that in the Vats?
Hey.
That was the.
We were there
The
like
one
for 5
you
minutes.
skipped over. Gotcha, bitch.
Hey.
Which one?
Hey, we're
Cat's
going
Corner.
back
Where we
up
got
there
your-
anyway
where we got
because
your
I'm going to
pearl.
sell this. I'm getting rid of this skull for real.
All roads lead to Rome. That's what they say.
Which seemed to be down here. We should have gone here first, guys.
Yes, you should. It's okay. You got.
Yeah, we got here eventually.
So
Wolfric, if I could quickly ask, it seems like you know a lot of contacts. I was wondering if you
I
might,
know the weird ones.
No, this is weird.
by chance, do you know a person named Jack Perrin?
Jack.
All I know,
Jacques.
Jack Perrin. I believe, all I know is that he's someone who is in the Vats.
Well,
He could be a
Perrin
merchant
is the
of some sort.
surname of Ichabod. Perhaps he might be able to. I assume there is a relation there.
Every time.
It's all
Every
going
time.
back to the
It's
inner
all
works.
connected.
Yeah.
It's
We're
all
going back to the inner
connected.
works.
Yeah, we're going back to the inner
Up and
works.
down,
making
up
some
and down.
mix.
How long is our
Thank you.
pass last for? Is that a 2-day pass? 4-day
I'm
pass.
pretty sure we got a 4-day.
We've got
Uh,
plenty of
it's a
time.
2-day pass.
I'm not
We've
sure.
got plenty of
Oh, we
time.
can.
I'll check my notes.
We can get more.
Ichabod.
Well,
Ica.
I would also
Ichabod Perrin.
investigate some of the.
Bone fella.
Well,
He's
the
the
Pharaoh
instrument
Cage is
person.
having some issues, of course.
He runs resonance. the
If you
store.
are interested in doing. Guys.
Sorry.
If you're interested in doing some jobs and, earning some money, they might. Well, the structure of things here is a little bit fascinating sometimes. See, there are many complex personalities, larger than life, some of them, and they all want different things. And if you push the right buttons, perhaps they might be able to provide for you in a way that I, as a lowly merchant, cannot. I would recommend looking at some of the avenues that you can use to investigate some of the Pharaoh Cage members.
Some of the
Pharaoh Cage.
Pharaoh Cage members,
That's
Fair.
the top. That's a top tier.
very top tier.
top dogs.
That's like where the.
We gotta make a new list. guys.
Yeah, that's
Well,
like the
I
buy
will
and
go
go
and
yeah,
write
we
up
do.
your fire giant contract. If you would like to advise me on the certain bits and pieces that you would like to be included in there, I can say at this stage that if you are to provide them for me, I will be able to do your enchantment for you relatively easily, and I can provide, let's see, and goes through like a small little ledger that he pulls out from underneath the U-shaped desk that he was just kind of back down the stairs. I believe I could provide to you 200 gold extra. So all in all would be a 500 gold, I suppose, job, but I would take 300 of that to enchant your little flashbang dragon. Does he sound like,
Is this a decision we all do? We all want the flashbang dragon?
Flashback
I
Dragon is a
genuinely
good
think-
idea.
I think it is a really good idea.
Yeah, I think it's a great
I
idea.
need to work on my animal handling apparently.
Well, I mean, as part of that, we can enchant it so it just returns to you, right?
While
You've got to
this-
roll to get it to come back.
While this is all happening, I'm on the ground with Norman trying to train him.
Norman's just kind of walking in aimless circles like the.
You broke him.
You broke the toy.
Did
Now
I
it's
make
sentient.
He sometimes climbs up onto your legs and like kind of settles in the back of your neck and kind
If I
of
walk backwards and go, Norman, does he come closer to me at all?
kind of, but by accident.
So there's no correlation right now.
No, it's a
Need to work
toy
with
with
it. It's
a
a toy.
very limited. It's animated and it
Yeah.
moves, but you don't think it's sentient.
Okay.
It's not a pet.
So if I wanted it to come back to me, I'd have to I don't know, re-enchant it, I guess.
You could still have the same. You'd add another enchantment on top of it.
For it to come back.
Yeah.
Would Wolfric be able to do that?
You can ask him. He's gone off to do the fire giant.
The contract.
Yeah.
I'll ask him when he gets back then.
June, what would you like to do?
There's an
Well-
artificer infusion that does that.
As I presume Wolfric's writing up the contract,
I don't think you know what that is.
I will press the knife gently against the top of the sheet that he's using and Not like into it, like a presenting more than
You're threatening
like-
him.
You tell me about this fucking knife right now. No, you were far too cryptic before, and I worry my time is shorter than I anticipate.
Well, this is a particular head-hunting knife of sorts. Are you familiar with the Grim Brothers?
No.
Well, this appears to be a weapon of theirs.
This is an accident that I found myself in. I need as much help as I can get.
They are interesting individuals. Well, for all that I see and hear and deal with the interesting, I do not deal with the evil. And I would say that they are more along the lines of evil, so I would recommend exercising some caution.
You mentioned that there was a way of using this knife that would that would direct them in.
Well, have you stabbed anyone with this knife? Slashed anyone with this knife?
No, it's mostly been utilitarian up to this point.
Well, if you are to use it against a creature, then it will signify a general location of where it was used. If they are within 120 feet of you, it seems as if, from what I could glean, that it will indicate your presence to them and the direction.
Lucky you have not stabbed anyone with it.
I almost stabbed you with it. Just as like a little. Boy, I'm coming for you.
It's like,
If-
Boys,
Karma.
we got him.
karma justice.
We got him, boys!
Got him, boys. He finally did it. He's back in Redlorm. Let's get him.
Do I need to be
If
worried?
you are interested in learning more about the Grimm Brothers, I'm afraid I do not have much information for you, but there are certain... Are you familiar with the clans? Psychic, the psychic damage that just dealt me. I saw it happen in your eyes.
Oh, that took a
The
second.
clans of Runlorm, of course.
No.
Well, there are certain leading families within the Ferrocage that dominate life in Runlorm, and some of them are a little bit seedier than others.
She was sort of fidgeting a little bit at the new heightened presence of this situation. Do I need to be more worried?
Are you not worried already?
I wasn't very worried.
Well, that is not for me to decide for you, but the information that I can give you is that these people are not very nice. They are smugglers, but some of the things that they smuggle, I would be cautious of.
Have you ever met a man that looked like a shark?
No, that's valid.
I
It's valid.
cannot
is this a
say
metaphor?
that I have. I do not usually frequent coastal regions, but you might be able to find some in Rumbellium or perhaps even Pensal.
No, I mean in this basement.
No, you mean in my basement?
Of the city.
Oh, the Vats?
Yeah.
No, not that I have seen. If you're asking of the origin of the Grimm Brothers, they seem to be dwarfen.
Fiddling with the tip of the knife now. That's good news.
Don't stab yourself
That's
with
good.
the knife.
That's good. Can I roll for it?
Yeah. Roll a dexterity save for me.
+5 to that, to be fair.
Oh, because
That's those, I think, 5th 13 I rolled tonight.
Lucky 13.
18 in total.
18. You don't stab
Cool.
yourself.
Oh, but how
It
far
does.
would
You
go?
have enough control over pricking your thumb against it that you just push it in until it's kind of just against the skin, but not breaking it.
Will they know or will I know?
Of what you mean?
The presence within 150 meters.
Well, you already know where you are, so it would be them.
They will know that I've stabbed someone with this knife if they are within.
Yes, 120 feet. That's correct. They have lots of little weapons and
Okay, so it has to be something close.
little knickknacks like this. So
Okay, no, this is good news. This is good news.
yes, there is a limit to all enchantments, as much as it seems like they might be higher powered. Not all of them are. There is always a way to break one. Let us say this.
They killed people before.
Absolutely.
Often?
From what I hear, yes.
Oh. This is good news. No, this is.
Well, listen, if you need weapons or something to blind them, I can help you. But you know, I'm not too sure what else you wish for me to say.
This is good news. I will get back to you on that, Wolfric.
Okay, I shall continue to write up these contracts for you if you come back tomorrow, and he's directing it to the group now. If you want to come back tomorrow, I will be able to have, let's say, how many jobs are you interested in taking?
All of them.
How many is there?
Well, I have plenty of all over the place. It depends on where you are hoping to go. I am kind of a, I like knickknacks and things like that, and I like to make interesting things. Experimentation is kind of my deal. So, if you are hoping to,
Is there any within the city?
there's plenty within the city, but I myself do not, I usually deal with creatures and things. If you are looking for something that is within the city that is maybe perhaps to do with the people, I would recommend chasing down some other leads. There are plenty of people that are hoping for vengeance against one another, especially if you are dealing with the political figures in the Pharaoh Cage. I know that there are certain individuals that do not like one another, and certain that would be hoping to smite those that get in their way for certain things.
How about you would just give us a list of things you need, and if we encounter them on our ways, we know where to send them.
Certainly, I can do this for you, yes. I will get to writing those contracts. Is there anything else I can help you with, or you are...
There's no binding nature to these contracts, is there?
Isn't that the whole purpose of a contract?
I assume that you will follow through, but we have an agreement that I am writing up that if you are to give me what I am asking for, then I will give you what you are asking for.
But if we don't, for instance.
What, you want me to enchant it to kill you?
No,
I can.
absolutely not. That's not what I mean at all.
I think it's more of saying
No, if
It is
we don't
more
get
of a
around to
just...
it.
Well, I am not a malicious sort, so if you don't get around to it, I might pawn it off to somebody else, but I am always
Okay.
in the business of collecting all these little knickknacks that I can find.
That's all I
So.
wanted to know. That's fine.
yeah, we
There is no pressure to fulfill any of these in particular. Just if you are the adventuring
around.
sort, I
If a
have
giant attacks us, we could.
I have certain higher paying customers that come by from time to time, and I am in the business of supplying certain weapons and devices that you might need if you are looking for more specific enchantments on things like armor, or if you are looking for potions or other sort of more complex enchantments that are not involving dealing damage or creating a specific condition or effect. Like I said before, the cat's corner, but if you want something that is perhaps in between the two, you could always ask Ichabod as well.
Okay.
We'll have to go talk to those two.
Very well.
Means anywhere we're staying at least, so.
Does anybody else have any business with Wolfric, or shall we go to Kruger?
What? Oh, yeah, that's me.
I forgot.
Yeah, no, Krugar's got some shit going on.
Holly,
Alright.
help me out. You're watching Campaign 2. What's the name of the furbolg that sells all the magic items?
Pumat Soul.
Pumat Soul. That's it. I was trying to remember his fucking name. I'm like, this is major Pumat Soul vibes, and I love it so much.
Matt Soul.
He's a furbolg that has like clones, and he's like the magic dealer in Campaign 2. He's awesome.
Matt Soul?
Yeah. Pumat Soul.
Poor Matt Soul.
Why would you do that? Poor Matt.
Poor Matt.
Don't diss on Pumat Soul,
No,
my guy.
don't.
We
You
love
guys,
that
you
furbolg.
guys don't know the
You
vibe.
don't know Pumat.
I haven't watched campaign 2 yet.
It's so good, bro.
I will say, for you, Kruger,
Yo.
as you're standing outside Wolfric's, waiting for your friend, you're kind of looking about the area, and you feel the hair on the back of your neck raise up. You pause for a moment, And you feel that same sense that someone is watching you.
Okay, so this is definitely personal now.
Isn't this exactly
Do I feel it from a certain direction, or?
You do. You feel it. So you're facing the windows to try and listen in.
Yeah. Like.
And you feel it from behind you across the way at one of the buildings on the corner of the T section. You turn around and you can see a figure that is cloaked in a dark fabric, half shrouded in darkness, and kind of pressed up, arms crossed against the side of a heavy stone building. Do you approach?
How tall is this figure? Like dwarf height, halfling height?
Much taller. You can see that they stand just a little bit above the windowsill at the top.
Okay, tall. Okay, well, yeah, I think if they look kind of ominous, crew guys are like, I think that's my guy. I'm just gonna
As
casually,
you-
nonchalantly walk over, like,
You look both ways, looking absolutely not nonchalant at all.
just a bright green,
Nobody
orange
seems
halfling.
to be passing by. As you begin to approach this figure, the figure steps back into the darkness and heads down the alleyway.
Oh, come on.
You
I
pick
just
up
got
your pace
stabbed.
and you watch as they appear to vanish into a hatch on the side of a building.
Are we gonna? Okay. Not okay. I'll look behind me. No, anyone behind me? Like now that I'm looking down.
Roll a perception check.
Okay. 4.
You don't see anyone behind you.
Okay. I'll approach this hatch.
It looks like a set of stairs going down.
Oh, that's kind of cool, creepy. I don't know. Do I follow?
You hear nothing.
Take the silence as a yes. Oh, come on. Brave, be brave, go be brave.
Okay, you head down the stairs. You immediately hear the door behind you as they settle into place.
Motherfucker.
You descend the stairs.
Keep going.
As you descend the stairs, you find yourself in a small chamber. The walls themselves appear to be rough flagstones that are kind of pressed up against the wall. And there appears to be sacks of grain and flour on every single side of the room, including the only space that doesn't seem to be affected by it is the space that you walk through for the doorway. They all seem to be kind of pressed up against these walls on shelves. At the center of a room, a flickering orange light kind of sways gently in place. And you can see that on the outskirts of the radius of this light, a figure stands, again, arms crossed. Appears to be staring directly at you, but you can't see their face, shrouded in the darkness. You can see now that the cloak itself is a deep green in colour.
Okay, like my jacket kind of green or a bit darker than that?
Bit darker.
Okay.
Almost like imperceptibly green. Like, you only just briefly catch the green, otherwise you would assume it to be black.
Okay. Interesting.
The figure is about 6'2",
Okay.
really broad shoulders, and you can see from where you are kind of bulging muscular legs and arms. They look powerful and they look like a fighter.
I got you. I'll procure the note. It's like still slightly burnt, like off from me trying to light it with Dilbert's fire. It took me a while, but I figured it out. I guess. This orange light that's in the middle, is it just like a spherical, like sort of light? Is it is it on a pedestal or is it just like a light floating?
It's like a
on
lantern, but the bottom is open.
Okay. Oh, okay.
The figure steps forward, reaches up, and slips the hood back. And you can see now that the green cloak that you'd noticed appears to be... There are elements of black to it, and it appears to be a patchwork dark fur cloak. Some of the green appears to just be fabric, but the bits interspersed appear to be bits of fur from different creatures that are kind of dark in colour, but all seem to be kind of stitched together into this cloak.
Cool. Rad.
And you can see before you a young woman that at first appears to be human, you think. But as the light kind of sways towards her, you can see that her skin reflects a very pale sandstone colour back to you. That took me by surprise. You can see shoulder-length curly hair, auburn that glints in the light of this swaying lantern. And there are several candles that you can see interspersed throughout the shelves that kind of all light up.
Whoa, okay.
She appears to be wearing, underneath this cloak, a white linen tunic, and several of the buttons themselves appear to be undone, leaving it open and billowing, with simple dark brown leather pants and worn scuffed leather boots. You can see that there is blue war paint that's smeared across her face and
Right.
along the arms and part of the chest that's visible to you. Some of them appear to be painted on as Grothkin runes. You recognize some of them to be strength, valor, challenge. You do recognize one that is a symbol for heaviness and another one that's for shackle. A series of thick, ropey scars runs across her chest that's exposed by her shirt. But a large tattoo is overlaid over the top. A pendant hangs just in front of the tattoo. Roll a perception check for me, please.
I believe.
I don't.
Put no.
Okay, no.
Put
Good
your
vibes.
feelings into this.
Good vibes. Good vibes.
See?
Good vibes.
17.
The 17, you recognize this to be a specific symbol of a clan for Grothkin.
Ooh.
Of a what, sorry?
For Grothkin, it's like the giant
Of a-
kind. Grothkin?
No.
Clan.
A
Clan.
Thank you.
Oh, like a famous clan that I would maybe
You
like,
can roll a history check if you
Okay.
like.
Put the vibes in.
better history. Good
I
vibes.
give good vibes too.
Great vibes.
19 plus 3, 22.
22. You recognize this symbol is for a folklore figure, actually. Within Grothkin lore, known as the Omen Killer.
That sounds rad.
They're a figure that's famed for working with Canis and Keel to hunt corrupted creatures and spirits.
Okay, that sounds rad. Ooh, this sounds
She
I like this is going.
Looks towards you and you can see kind of glinting dark brown eyes. You are tricky to find.
Well, I guess being on the run sorta does that.
You are on the run from what exactly?
Being roped into a responsibility that I don't want. To put it that frankly.
You mean your Korsig?
Mom and dad have a certain lifestyle they want me to live and a certain duty that I need to follow, but it's not one I want to follow.
So you have chosen another duty.
Well, yeah, I don't know if it's, I guess it's selfish. I want to go out and make a difference in the world, not by just being a tall, gawking guard, like taking orders from a corrupt system or just a system that oppresses and tries to think that they're better than everyone. I want to go out, make a difference with friends and make a name for myself, I guess. My own name, not just guard number 3. Or just following my family's legacy. Start my own.
I am beginning to think you have no idea what you are in possession of. And she points to your sword. The Korsig. You know what this is?
Sorry.
How dare you?
How dare I? Well, my sword. I made it with my friend back at home. Oh, are you talking about the Okay, the curve. I didn't do that. That was from another thing.
I am not talking about the curve.
I have no idea. Wait, what? What's a Corsig?
Roll a history check.
This is Conan on
Vibes. Don't use that dice anymore, man.
That's fine. It's a 10.
Is it 10? You've heard of them as weapons of certain powerful individuals within Grothkin lore. Typically, they're given to warriors of kings, and they are. Korsig is known as a kingmaker.
Okay, that's kind of fucking cool. What? Wait, what? Okay. Can you please elaborate?
You are a fool.
Clearly.
But it's okay. I can help you to learn your power a bit more. Whoever gave this to you, helped you to find a Korsig, is also a fool, and there is no cure for stupidity in that sense.
Yeah, Gregate isn't the smartest Goliath that I've ever met. Actually, he's only one of two I've ever met.
Gregate, you say?
Does everybody know Gregate?
No,
No?
but I will know him.
Oh, okay. He's a good friend. He didn't do anything.
Well, he is also providing you with interesting weaponry that is, for some, unauthorized.
Oh,
A Korsig is a weapon designed by the divine to be given to the Yon's warriors. If you are in possession of a Korsig, it means that you have slain a warrior of a Yon. And you have taken that weapon for yourself, imbued with the power of the Yon's warrior.
Wait, whoa, what the fuck?
It is my job to chase them down.
Okay. Hang on a second. I didn't kill anyone. There's a very... Okay, the material... I got it from a stone giant when I was very young, and I explained the whole, like, forging and how, like, it's from, like, a stone giant's, like, face. Now I took it because I thought it was cool. Oh, so you're telling me that that was someone actually...
Well, that is forbidden work for us.
I didn't know, I just thought it was cool.
You didn't know, but your friend
Well, maybe
probably
he didn't
should
know.
have.
Maybe. I mean, he's lived in Tuttles his entire life.
He's in, he's in Tuttles, you say.
No! I mean, he's from Sprockerot.
I know a liar when I see one. You are not a very good one. You are weak, but I can help you.
Ew.
And you watch as she summons what appears to be a long, curved battle axe.
What the fuck?
Petals fall down to the ground around it. They appear to be rose, daisies, all different kinds of petals. And the actual weapon itself, the hilt appears to be two vines intertwined and kind of curved around.
That's so rad.
So you want to wield the Korsig. It is my job to test your metal to do so.
Oh, shit.
I'm not asking you to fight me because I think it would be an unfair challenge.
You don't know that.
I know that.
Well, we haven't fought yet, so...
I am a warrior sent by the gods. I do not think you could challenge me.
Which god? Wait, why the gods now? Oh, come on. Oh, this... I'm having a wild day.
Well, I am an agent of Canis and Keel.
Please write this down for me.
I am.
Thank you so much. Okay, yep. Grothkin, yep. That tracks. Yep. Okay.
It is my job to investigate people that have these Korsigs. They are a sacred relic for us. And to determine whether or not you are worthy to wield it. And if you are not, I will have to kill you. I cannot have these kinds of weapons escaping into unfit hands. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, I guess.
You are fascinating. Not a typical choice for a Corsic.
I didn't know it was really a thing until now, so yeah.
You are also very small.
I get that a lot.
I am not surprised.
I was called Krugar the Small at home. I live in a home of halfling people, and they called me small. I'm aware.
That must be embarrassing.
Very. It's a sensitive issue. It's fine. Hey, well, and I'll just kind of like hold up my armband and how it says like for the worthy. I aim to live by this. I'm going to prove to everybody that I'm worthy, and you know what? I'll just have to prove to you that I'm also worthy.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay, shit. Good vibes. I'm like
Yes.
19 plus 5, 24.
That's big.
You know, I have met a lot of people, and I have killed a lot more. And I personally find it intriguing that you have been entrusted with a Corsic despite your small stature and admittedly terrible lying. I would like to help you. I do not say this often, and please do not assume that I am going to be your best friend. I am going to take a position of someone who knows a lot more than you and has been here a lot more than you have.
Okay, that's fair.
I have been walking this path for a very long time, and I have scars to prove it.
Yeah, I mean, that must have hurt.
It did for a time, and then I was dead, and I was brought back. So I suppose it does not hurt as much.
Are you alive right now?
Do I look alive?
I mean, yeah, but you just kind of said you died and then you came back, but I don't...
Oh, life is a funny thing. I said I was sent from the gods. I was not lying.
No, I don't get that vibe that you're lying to me. You're really cool, and I'm also really terrified at the same time.
Well, I tend to have that effect on people. She has not smiled once throughout this entire interaction. She's a fucking
badass. She's a fucking badass.
She's just delivering these lines to you.
Cold.
Yeah, I have met many people and I have killed many more. So it's like, that shit's cold as fuck. Okay, well, how do I show my worthiness to you then?
I said I did not want to fight you because I don't think it would be fair, but I am interested to see what someone as weak as you can do. And she twirls the axe. Show me what you've got. But before, my name is Igrisa.
Krugar the Small.
Pleasure to meet you. They call me Igrisa the Omen Killer.
Oh shit! Oh, okay. Oh, fuck me.
Lord!
That's a bit. It's in my giant lore doc. I've got to reread it. Oh no.
We don't all have access to that, do we?
Well, you probably would. I've told you all.
Do we have
Maybe.
giant lore?
Yeah.
Maybe.
In all of it?
We have some. I know I wrote like a bunch.
Fuck you. This is so fucking cool. Fuck you. God damn it. Oh wait, no, the Omen Killer's like a demigod sort of deal, dude.
Yeah, I have all of this.
She spins the axe again. Come on, show me what you got.
I'll whisper under my breath the rune for like release, so my sword just goes. But if I give you a new scar, you have to tell about it to all your friends.
I do not think you can scar me.
I bounce off with my boots of the world's stride. I go boing and go in for a cleave.
Sure, that is where we're gonna end tonight.
Shit!
Did you guys have fun?
What was the name?
Idrissa the Ermine Killer.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
This sounds like
Scary.
I don't know anything either. I'm just
Legal.
excited.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you guys had fun. I certainly had fun running it.
so good. Well done, guys. We're very productive this game.
Yeah, we
We did
it!
We were semi-productive.
And we have jobs. We can get money.
We've just maxed out the mic, so I'm going to
Sorry.
I'm going to let our wonderful audience go for now. Thank you all so much for joining us. It is always a pleasure and never a chore to DM for you all. We immensely appreciate you watching. And if you'd like to catch up on anything that you might have missed, particularly Xander's new campaign that they were running on Wednesday, Lockie's campaign that was run a little while ago, but we'll be getting back into at some point in the future. If you'd like to go and catch up on those and any one-shots, please do check out the link in our description below to see our archive videos on YouTube. We very much appreciate it. But for now, we will see you guys next week. Much love to you all, and goodbye for now.
Bye.